Tyler Jackson here at Play Sheet Sports, and I am joined today. Actually at James Monroe High School for an early practice. I'm joined today by Ava Pitzer and Aliyah Clarkson, the pair of all-staters for James Monroe Volleyball. Ava and Aliyah, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty good on this morning.
Doing pretty good.
So I want to start off with what's kind of it been like for you guys. I know that the summer has been pretty busy. I know, Ava, you've had a pretty busy off season. What are some of the things that you guys have been doing to prepare for the season?
So this summer I've been working out regularly, and travel ball ended a few weeks ago for me, so it's been pretty busy, but yeah.
I played softball in the off season, so I did some workouts with them, and I've just been coming to flex days during the summer.
It's really interesting, playing multiple sports. How do you feel like that helps you with volleyball? Because there's a lot of power that goes on with softball.
I really think it helps me to stay in shape, because obviously you're getting some physical activity, and it kind of just helps you stay, I don't know what the word for it, accountable, to stay on top of, being your best self. So.
Now, the way things ended, you guys finished up in the quarterfinals this past season, right? And I think that was after going to the semifinals the year before, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, so talk to me. I'm sure that's not exactly how far you wanted to go. What are some of the things that you've done to kind of prepare for that, to go a little bit further this year?
So I think that last year we kind of skipped over Buffalo and definitely underestimated what they had. And I feel like this year we're not underestimating anyone, and we know that we just have to play our game, and that's what's going to get us there in the end.
I think mindset's definitely a big part of it. 90% of sports is just your mindset, and so a lot of times we want to get down on ourselves, but if we just stay on top of ourselves, then we can do it.
Now, one of the things that stands out is you think being in AA as opposed to AAA might be more of a blessing. But I feel like with the quality of teams in AA, you kind of got a little bit of a raw deal. I know Philip Barber has been one of those perennial contenders and title winners. Just talk about what it takes to get to that level and to compete with that level. Because, you played against some really good teams. Obviously, Greenbrier West was a state champion in single A. You played against all these teams locally, and there's a rich culture of volleyball locally. What has it kind of been like for you this offseason to work? Because you said you guys underestimated Buffalo a little bit last year. What's it been like to realize, hey, we have a certain level that we have to get to, and what have you really done to try to reach that level?
I feel like coming into this summer and coming into this season, we've all realized that we have to work as a team, and we have to all include each other to win the game, and it's not just one single person that's going to get us there. If we all come together and mash together, that's what's going to get us to that final game on that Saturday. So
I agree with what she said. I also think just pushing each other, because don't let yourself slack out, because you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your team. So if you're just gonna try to lollygag around, then you're not just hurting yourself, you're hurting the team. So it's really just a team thing.
You guys obviously graduated, really good player in Maggie Borowski. Talk to me about how you guys fill that void, because you talked about it. It's all about doing everyone kind of pulling their own weight, and all team sports are you're only as good as your weakest link, and that's a very strong link you have to replace.
So I think it's definitely sad that we lost Maggie, but me and Aliyah, and we have a lot of younger girls too that can step up and chip in with that too, and we have Maya Dunlap, who's also amazing in the middle, and I think we're going to be able to come back together with that.
It was also nice getting to watch Maggie play and learn everything from her. So I think watching her for the past 3 years is also going to help us. And like she said, we do have a lot of younger ones coming up. It's like she said, Maya Dunlap, Lydia Dunlap. We have a bunch of power hitters coming up.
Speaking of the Dunlaps, and you graduated one, I've seen they play basketball barefooted. have you ever seen them out here playing volleyball barefooted or anything?
Honestly, I feel like there's definitely been a point in time where they've been barefooted playing volleyball as well. They're pretty much barefooted all the time at home, so yeah.
Ava, I want to start with you. You committed D1 this past offseason, Charleston Southern, correct? Take me through what that process was like for you, and because all kids they set out they want to go D1. This is a really unique one. So talk to me about it.
So for my experience, I've wanted to play D1 since I was in 8th grade, and I didn't really know where to start. And so I moved club teams to a team out of Virginia, and it was the best decision I've ever made. They helped me through it all. I had a very rough recruiting process with schools just because I am undersized. However, I talked to Charleston Southern, and we called, and I was like, well, I'll come down and visit. And they were like, we want you to come visit. And I came down the next week, and they offered me, and I committed as soon as I was there. So I fell in love with it immediately, and I'm so thankful for it. But yeah.
As a player, how do you go about compensating when you feel like you're undersized, especially at a D1 level? Because that's one thing. There's so much more work you have to do to make up those gaps. You're talking about kids that are athletic freaks. There are a lot of those kids that don't have to practice quite as hard, and they can just roll out there like they're super athletic, and it's just a different game. So what do you have to do to kind of compensate and get to that level to be able to compete, make up that difference?
So for me, I feel like I've taken it as like a pride thing of like, oh, I'm smaller, so I have to find different ways rather than just bouncing a ball. So for me, throughout the years, I've learned to find a shot selection and find those hidden spots on the court that most people can't get to. So I feel like my thing is shot selection and like hitting it off the block. Like those are my main goals to go for, because being undersized, those blockers are so much bigger than you. It's really hard to just smash 10-foot line through them. So I feel like my thing is shot selection and hitting it off the block and just trying to get through those big girls on the other side.
Leah, for you, what's one thing you feel like's really stood out about the team? I know you're only 2 days in, but you guys have obviously done flex practices and everything. What's really stood out about this team for you?
Well, I just told Coach the other day we finally have a tall team. But, I mean, the freshmen are eager. They want to play, and I'm really excited for that.
What is your favorite Coach Julie Bradley story?
Story?
Yeah.
Well, one time we thought it would be funny to surprise her with a t-shirt, and we got her face all over it, and we put GOAT on it and surprised her with it at one of the games, and we make her wear it to school sometimes.
I'm trying to think. I can't pick one. My funniest or best one?
Let's go with both.
I don't know. She does some funny stuff.
She does.
She's crazy. I don't know. Yeah.
Is she as bashful with you guys as she is with the rest of us?
Oh,
Absolutely.
for sure. For sure. She's very comfortable with us, but everyone gets nervous for interviews. I mean, look at me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Also, she's a queen because she gets us food and snacks for the school, and she keeps us fed. So.
Last question I got for you guys. What are the realistic expectations? You've tasted the semifinals. You tasted, I don't want to say disappointment in the quarterfinals, but I think for you guys, you probably consider it a disappointment. What's the expectation for this season? I know this is the last ride. It's going to be, something that, you don't get this sort of atmosphere again. And I know it's pretty special here in Linside. You guys are probably one of the only volleyball teams. I come here and the crowd and the parents put together a little tunnel for you. So I feel like they really try to give you the experience. So what's kind of the goal coming into this year?
So I feel like as returning captains, our goal for our team this year is definitely always make it to the championship, win the championship. But I feel like now our culture is so good this year. We've all came in and all the underclassmen, they come, they work, they don't complain. No one's been complaining. And I feel like our culture we've built from the following years up is so good this year to actually go to that championship game. And I feel like what we were missing was the mental part of getting there and winning. But now I feel like we've kind of put that together.
I agree. Expectations are always to go and win. Like she said, these players are coming in and they're wanting to play and they're wanting to hustle. And like she said, we're all friends here. We have a very good connection. There's no drama. That's also one of the best parts about it, because I know a lot of other sports, you put a bunch of girls together and you get a bunch of drama. But no, around here, we're all friends. We all get along. We hang out outside of school, outside of volleyball. It's just a great atmosphere.
Gotcha. I want to thank Ava Pitzer and Aliyah Clarkson for joining me today. This has been James Monroe Volleyball. Looking forward to a great season with you guys. I know, obviously, you guys have a state tournament streak going on, and be interested to see that kind of go. Obviously, it's really competitive. Volleyball is really it's always been historically very good in the area. I know Beckley and Shady Spring have some good programs, but you guys have won state championships before, and obviously Wyoming East is another one that's popping up, Greenbrier West. So yeah, it's really competitive. And I guess last thing before I want to head out of here is just talk about the state of volleyball in the area, because I know a lot of people, I don't think too much of girls sports, but really volleyball I'd say is one of our bread and butter sports.
So I agree. I feel like volleyball is on the rise so heavily right now, and I feel like the surrounding areas and like Hedgesville and all those schools are just turning into powerhouses, and Shady and Woodrow and all that. They have so many great players on their team, and it's just building up. So I feel like having great players on the high school teams brings those middle school and elementary girls up to be like, oh, I want to be that when I get older. So I feel like it's all coming together in the state, really.
I agree with what she said. Just watching your older girls play like us, and then in middle school, I remember watching the high schoolers play and say, hey, I want to be those one day. And even watching like the colleges play, like we're setting an example here, and I think it's really great.
I know I said last question, but just to follow up, you said you remember watching them. You're talking about like the team that won state championship. Yeah, terrific. Awesome. Well, once again, Ava Pitzer and Aliyah Clarkson, looking forward to seeing them this year. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you.